So got trapping season finished out. But one thing, if you're new to trapping, you may not realize, but there's certain species that you have to get tagged, and different states are different. I think some states, may require more tags. But where I'm at in the South in Georgia, we have fairly liberal trapping seasons, and no limits on anything. I know some states have limits on bobcats and otters. We do not, but there is a federal tag that all spotted cats, so that would be bobcats and lynx, not an issue down here, unfortunately. And then otters have to have what's called a CITES tag, and it also includes alligators, although that's not a fur bearer. But alligators have to be tagged with a CITES tag as well. And you can see, bring it up here so you can see, and it's just a little tag. There's different. It's got a number on it. It's got the state, the species, and then it's got an individual identification number. It's got a barcode, and so you have to. And you can see here's the otter one. It's a different color. It's a white, and like I said, they'll change color different years, so that somebody that knows about it can kind of get an idea, I guess, about the year that the animal was harvested. But regardless, in Georgia, and I'm not sure if this is federal, these tags have to be, or these species have to be tagged before they cross state lines. In Georgia, we're supposed to have them tagged within 10 days of the end of the season. Like I say, I don't know about if that 10-day thing is just specific to Georgia or if that's part of the federal law. But anyway, so I had to get these tagged last week. This is in March. Our season went out the end of February, and so I had some of them put up already stretched, which makes life real simple and easy to go up there. And they just put the tag in the eye, typically. Just put it through the eye and then through the mouth. And that way you'd have no additional holes in the hide. If you're selling for the fur market, obviously you want to minimize that. With otter, you may have to watch that because the eyes are pretty small. Usually I'll just take me a flathead screwdriver and just kind of wedge it open big enough to put the tag in there. But these tags is CITES, C-I-T-E-S, and it's a Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. And what it is these species are classified as look-alike species to other species throughout the world that may be in a threatened or endangered status. So obviously, a lot of spotted cats in different areas where there's not as much regulation. They or maybe more of a black market trade. The spotted cat species are endangered. And then with otters, like I think it's the giant river otter in South America, in the Amazon, and I think it was more appropriate, 10, 15 years ago when otter prices were through the roof. But anyway, it's to show any buyers that these species were harvested legally in an environment where the populations are managed to be sustainable. So it's kind of, it can be looked at as a little bit of a hassle from the trapper standpoint. If it's one more thing you've got to do, you've actually got to take the hides to an office, or in some cases, I know I went to a fur sale in Arkansas 3 years ago, I guess, and I can't remember what. Anyway, the Arkansas Game Commission, they had somebody there that as you brought your fur to the sale, they would tag. And what they do is they record the species, the sex. Well, the species is specific to the tag, so they've got a sheet for each species, but they record the sex, the county, and they have a section for the date harvested, which most trappers don't keep track of the date harvested. They just, at the end of the season, they'll bring all their stuff in, and fur doesn't have to be put up to be tagged. So you can bring frozen fur. You can bring green hides. You need to make sure that there's somewhere that's easily available for them to put the tag in, and the hide needs to be thawed out enough that it can be installed easily. So if you're going to freeze your hides, and you just roll them from the tail to the head, where the tail is there. Set them out, the day before or something, to where at least they can thaw out enough that that you can easily get a tag in so that they've got the proper documentation. But anyway, I was just gonna, that may be something that is new to somebody if you're trapping out of state. Like I said, if you're going to cross state lines, these animals have to be tagged, so be sure to keep that in mind. Like I said, it can be kind of a headache and a hassle to try to get these done. Depending on how far the office is, the state office, or how well your local people work with you, so far as coming to fur sales or anything like that. But it is, it's a benefit overall, because it signifies to the, it shows that there is management, thought, and regulation around the harvest of these animals, and hopefully that ensures that we continue to be able to harvest, because other countries and the end users recognize that these are, this is not just some Wild West ruthless trappers out to kill everything they can. We're out there trying to do what's right, trying to manage populations, but trying to make sure that those populations are there year after year for not only our enjoyment, but everybody else's. So this is a resource that's everybody's. It's not just ours. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to run through that. I thought that was kind of pertinent. And if you're new to trapping, you catch some bobcats, you need to make sure that you figure out what you need to do in your local area to make sure that they get tagged. If you're going to send them out of state, if you're just going to mount it, it's not required as long as they stay in state. But if you're gonna ship it out to sale or to tanneries won't accept these hides unless they're tagged as well. So hope that's beneficial. Hope y'all had a great season. I know there's some of you out there. I don't know when this will be posted, by the way, but it's, like I say, it's early March. I know there's some seasons that are still in right now. So good luck to y'all, any of y'all that are still trapping, and we'll catch you next time.